All right, guys, current update. As you see, we are being inspected. Random DOT inspection here in the Wichita, Kansas area. I've been driving for about 2.5 hours this morning. And yeah, hopefully everything's good. Should be good. I wanted to triple check everything for this trip because I've, had the waste. This wasn't a waste station thing. I was just leaving the toll, and I was like, I hope I didn't do the toll booth wrong because I have the pre-pass. But he has all my information. He's checking my logs. I've transferred the logs to him. Yeah, we'll see where we're sitting. I've only been here for about 5 minutes. He scared the Jesus out of me because he was already sitting there. So I saw him sitting there when I was going through the thing, and then as I got through the toll, I saw a car zoom up on me. I was like, oh, what is that? And the light, I was like, yeah, I think I'm getting pulled over. The lights came on. But yeah, we'll see where we're at. I'll give you guys an update when it's over. All right, so 54 minutes later, we passed the inspection. It took so long because the officer, there was issues with my log, but I was able to talk to the officer, show my proof for what I had, and all turned out good. So what ended up happening was he was trying to say that I didn't fully take a 30-minute break. Well, I was like, wait a minute, I always take a 30-minute break. I always make sure I go to 32 minutes or whatever. Just make sure it's longer than the actual time, because I sometimes these computers, the way they work. So what ended up happening was he was like, well, you can come back to my vehicle and see, and you can see what I see. So I went back to his car, and he showed me exactly what he was looking at, and I brought my Samsara, I brought my ELD with me, and so on his little computer, he didn't fully zoom in. He just has a graph showing the times of when I went on duty or went into sleeper berth, and then it shows, it shows a timestamp of off-duty driving or on duty or whatever, not driving. Well, when it's all collapsed, it looks very close, and he's trying to take his arrow and he's trying to zoom in, and he was giving me a time that was he was like, each one of them was a couple minutes, a 1 or 2 minutes off. And I was like, that can't be right. I was like, because in my device, it shows that I did it at, 128. And so then he was able to go in and kind of help each other out. I was like, well, there's a zoom button. So he was able to zoom in and get the actual time that I started to the actual time that I ended. And he was like, all is well. So what he ended up doing was canceling out those 2 violations that I fought both days. I say fight, but we just had a conversation, and I was able to show my proof that I was doing it the right way. And he printed out a new ticket, and that was that. So, and I thanked him for having the transparency and not just saying no, you're wrong. And we were able to work through the discrepancy, and I don't have a violation. So always have your proof, always make sure your paper's right, always check your logs, certify your logs, do your pre-trips, post-trips. I just try to cross my T's and dot my I's. But I ain't gonna lie, my stomach was bubbling. I was nervous. I was like, this is taking way too long. It was almost an hour sitting there. Just extremely nervous. But got about 7 hours. I'll start this video again once we get into, I don't know, daylight. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, and I'm a little flustered, and I just want to chill, get back down to where I'm at, find a place to stop around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, call it a day. But we have survived the roadside inspection. Peace.